Hey everyone, Corvus here. Welcome to this vlog entry. Uh, in the last video I was talking about the feeling to get painting again. The feeling was about to return, so it's back. I am back at the painting desk, working full speed on the Age of Sigmar box. Just done recording a video on the project, and I will upload it after this one. So next couple of days I will upload that video. So yeah, having a great time painting up the miniatures. But what I want to talk about, basically the subject of this small vlog entry, is that is painting these rank F5 miniatures. So I'm now painting 20 of these corn figures, the blood reavers. Painting a rank F5 miniatures is always something that I didn't really got used to do. It's really something that's out of my comfort zone. In the past, I've always been working on small war bands where every like some of the Malifaux boxes. Those are usually the stuff I like to do. A group of 4 or 5 figures, all completely different. That's what I usually specialized in. So a very high standard. And also, of course, yeah, competition level pieces, display quality stuff, and then yeah, this is something completely different. Of course, I can spend 3-4 hours on one figure, but then it would cost me weeks, if not months, probably months to complete a unit like this on that level. So that's not really feasible. So I have to cut some corners here and there. Usually, I never paint with washes, only on metallics or certain areas, but I usually avoid it just to you have a lack of control there. If you really want to make sure where the shading is, then yeah, using washes all over a miniature is out of the question. But with these blood reavers is something I really tried. I'm pretty happy with it because yeah, the GW washes, they're great. They're really fantastic. It's really the result you want. In the past, I used a lot of they're here, I think. Whoops. So the Vallejo washes. I mean, they're quite okay if you use them on metallics, but you still have to apply them in a really controlled fashion because they leave a lot of dark spots. Or I even had some that looked where it pulled together. It looked it tried whitish. It was really chalky finish, something really strange I never had with the GW washes. So I'm also happy that they made the larger bottles here. So this is Ragland Flesh Shade. I used on the skin here. So that was for the shading, and then basically highlighting was done with only 2 highlights, but still I think contrast is very important also with tabletop quality miniatures. Yeah, I've highlighted quite a lot on the skin. It's really light, the final highlight, but something I really like. But then yeah, since I am usually a good quality painter, I put a lot of time and effort in miniatures. Yeah, when I look to a miniature like this and I look it up close, and yeah, I don't really like the final result. But on the other hand, if you put them here on a batch like this, 20 of these guys from a distance, yeah, it really looks fantastic. So, but still, yeah, there's something inside of me when I really quickly painting and highlighting. There's something that says like, oh, you can do better. You should do better. But on the other hand, yeah, you want to make this. Want to paint as much of these figures, excuse me, as you can on the limited amount of time that I have each night or each week to paint figures. So just an open discussion I want to start here. What's your opinion on this? What's your experience? If you really, for example, you take a single miniature like this Lord Relictor, you put a lot of time and effort in it, really shading by hand, not applying a wash all over, and then on the other hand you can put a lot of effort in making a hero or an HQ like this one looking very nice, and then on the other hand the next day you're painting up this batch that you really want to finish as soon as possible, and you're just applying a wash there and maybe a dry brush. A dry brush is something that I didn't do on these figures, but I mean, everybody has their own techniques, washing and then dry brushing a lot of miniatures, and they put them next together. You say, yeah, this one rank and file miniature, yeah, of course the quality is less, but then maybe there's something inside you as well that want to say, look, I can do this better, I want to do this better. But on the other hand, you know that if you want to paint everything on this 20 of guys on this level, then you will never finish that army that you want to get done by the next tournament, or let's say in a planned amount of time. So that's something I would like to hear from you. What your experience is on painting rank and file miniatures. Currently the motivation is there, but I know in the past I painted up Necrons. They're still in the display cabinet, Necrons and Tau, and I painted some 40k armies or in the past. So that's also, I mean, after a while it was so mind-numbing, and I lost motivation. That's always the reason that I never finished armies like those. Losing my train here now. So yeah, that was in the past always the reason that I quit doing 40k armies. That I lost motivation, but currently the motivation is there. Maybe so you have some tips to avoid. To keep motivated while still painting 20 of almost identical figures. That's something I would like to hear from you as well. So that's all for this vlog entry. I am currently just finishing up these guys, and then I will have to paint after these 20. I can paint up another hero of the Khorne, and I will have 25 wounds of each faction of the starter set. So that's something I'm looking forward to finally try out a game of Age of Sigmar. But I will of course keep you updated on that. Apart from that, my interest is growing in trying out a game of Lord of the Rings. So a couple of weeks ago, like I told you already in previous video, I was giving a painting workshop for a local group of Lord of the Rings players in Hasselt, in a store called Oberon. Yeah, I really had some chats with Werner of the group afterwards, and yeah, the way they play the game, and they're just a friendly bunch of guys. They play with small armies and sometimes bigger armies, and also some I think it's called war bands, a specific set of rules. It really appeals to me, and then I went to the GW website and I started browsing the armies, because I never really found an army that I liked in the past when I was browsing the site. I mean, like the Rohan, I never wanted to paint up these horses and stuff like that. So, but then I looked up the Mordor army, and that's really appealed to me. So the dark figures, really nice atmosphere on the army there. So that's maybe a project for the future, but we'll see how Age of Sigmar goes, and then have a look at another project. But still have a lot of work on these guys. Don't want to start a new project when this one isn't finished yet, so we'll see how that goes. So thanks for watching, thanks for checking out this vlog video. Stay tuned for the Age of Sigmar project update video, which is coming in a few days, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.